Hey, it's Dr. Forbes again, and today we're going to go over some exercises to work on shoulder rehabilitation. I don't know if you have these kind of bands already, but if you do not, I would recommend ordering a pair. You can get them on Amazon for 30-40 bucks, and you can do pretty much any exercise that you want with them. Today we're going to be focusing on shoulder rehabilitation. So, just a little anatomy about the shoulder joint before we get started. The shoulder joint is a very shallow joint, which makes it very unstable. The majority of the stability actually comes from the rotator cuff muscles. You have a very shallow glenoid fossa, and the humeral head just lightly sits in there. You have a very thin labrum that helps provide a little support as well, but really the majority of the support comes from the rotator cuff muscles. It's also why those muscles tend to be injured and why the shoulder is a very commonly injured joint. So I'm going to go through some exercises. Like I said, start at a very light weight, and over time you can increase, okay? The first exercise is called Codman's exercises, and you're just going to need something basic like a 5-pound dumbbell. This is not something where more weight is better, actually preferably something light like 3 to 5 pound range. And let me show you what to do, okay? You're going to stand like so, just let your arm hang, and you're just going to pendulum your arm around. You're going to go back and forth. Really try and relax into it and let your arm just hang. You can go side to side. You can do circles, counterclockwise, clockwise, whatever is good for you. And you're going to do that for about 3 to 5 minutes before you start any other exercise, okay? This is going to keep your joint lubricated and help distract and open up that glenohumeral joint. Before you get to the resistance bands, I would like to show you isometric exercises. A lot of times with shoulder injuries, it's actually a firing problem, so the muscles actually need to fire in the correct sequence, and when they don't, it can actually, your brain can interpret it as pain. So this first exercise is before any other resistance band exercises. Helps iron out all of those firing issues with the muscles, okay? So really basic, you're just going to hold each position for 10 seconds, okay? First, you're going to stand here. You're going to push out. A door frame is a really good location to do this. My hand is pressing this way against the door. You're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Then you're going to step to the other side, and you're going to push that way against the door. Hold that for 10 seconds. Then you're going to step this way, and you're going to push out this way against the door, okay? Once again, you're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Now it's time to bust out these bands, and the good thing about these bands is they have a range. They're resistance bands, like so. They have different color coordinated for different weights. You're going to start light, 5-10 pounds, especially if you're rehabbing an injured shoulder, and you can work your way up to 20, 30, 40 pounds, but definitely start light, especially in the beginning until you start to wake up the connection to those muscles, okay? So these exercises, you're obviously going to be targeting the injured shoulder. Feel free to do both sides. Today in the video, however, rather than having you see my backside, I am going to be switching arms rather than switching sides, okay? So keep that in mind when you're paying attention to these. You're going to be doing all these exercises on the injured shoulder, okay? So make sure the resistance band is at tension. You're going to start with external rotation of the shoulder. All of these exercises, you're going to do 30 overall. 3 sets of 10 is a good starting point. Okay? Once again, rather than turning around so you stare at my backside, I'm just going to switch arms. You're going to do internal rotation of the shoulder. I'm only going to do an abbreviated number of each of these, but you're going to do 30 of each, okay? You're going to do a deduction of the shoulder. you're going to do extension of the shoulder. You're going to do flexion of the shoulder, basically bicep curls. And then you're going to do abduction of the shoulder, so across the body that way. All of these exercises are going to strengthen all of the rotator cuff muscles, which is going to provide support and stability to your shoulder. All right, and that's a wrap. Keep up the good work, keep pushing yourself, and slowly over time, we'll see some progress, all right? We'll see you on the next video.